You get what you get.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Hi, hello, we're here again for another day.
And without Mike, so we're going to have to speak up.
Yeah. Enunciate.
Yes, Abby. Speak clearly, please.
Don't yell at me.
Okay, you're right. You know what? Okay, I won't. I'm so sorry. I was only enunciating.
Enunciate loudly. Hey everyone.
Hi.
If you're here, what's up?
Hey.
We're having a dreary, crabby day with strange oats. So we're gonna try and turn it around with coconut.
With coconut. I actually love coconut.
Me too.
When
I'm actually so excited about this. When you texted me the things we were making today, I was like, yeah. But then I continued to be crabby.
But you're gonna feel better once we have a tweet.
So true. I get 2 treats
It
today.
was hard to pick which coconutty thing we were gonna do, and I almost picked a couple of things that I love. And then I was like, no, pick something you've never made before. And surprisingly enough, I love macaroons, not macarons. Macaroons. But I've never made them.
Mm.
Have you?
Yes.
I've never made them.
Once.
I know that they're always gluten free, so that was easy.
Yep.
And I looked at several recipes, and the one that I picked actually does still have some gluten free flour in it. And it was the reason I picked this one is sometimes I find macaroons to be lacking in texture. They're too soft and too sweet to where it's just soft sweet. That's it. There's no
like crunch.
I need some texture.
Yeah.
Right?
Or chewiness.
When you get a macaroon from like a good bakery and it has that crunchy coconut on the outside and then the inside is creamy.
So soft.
I picked this recipe because it promises to deliver that.
All right.
And the reason it says that we're going to get those results from this recipe as opposed to other recipes made sense to me. And that was, unlike the other recipes that use sweetened coconut, this one uses unsweetened coconut.
Okay.
So right away, we're going to be able to reduce the amount of sweetness, which I think is great. Additionally, the normal recipes call for sweetened condensed milk, but not today.
Yes. Not today.
Not this one.
What are we
You say you've made them before.
Yes.
We're gonna actually do a little sugar mixture on the stone. Okay. Yeah, I've not walked this recipe through. We're winging it.
Hi.
We're winging it, baby.
Winging it.
Yeah. Tell Nikki how you feel.
Nikki, I'm crabby today.
It's Abby with a CR.
Specialty. Special edition.
And if we don't hurry up and get a treat, it's gonna be Abby with a Saint. Saint Abby. JK Abby. Okay. Step number 1. Let's toast some coconut.
Toast some coconut.
I'm going to bring out that recipe and let's read it and see what we're up against. I'm going to toast some extra coconut for a couple reasons. I like it.
Yeah.
I like toasted coconut just in stuff.
I actually was looking for a recipe for the second thing that we're going to make with coconut in it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that sounds so delicious.
Well, are you talking about the crispy rice? Ooh, hello, t-shirt.
It's Ariadne. Maybe she'll give me some powers.
Ariadne, please help.
Please help.
Please help. I am kind of making this recipe up. So you've been sending me things about crispy rice salad.
Yeah.
You've been doing that. And it's got my attention. So when we knew that this was coconut week, or when we decided it was coconut week, I was like, this sounds like a perfect time to make our crispy rice salad. Yeah. But there is one that has this. I'm making like a rendition. Okay. Because there is it's either Thai or Laos, a version that does contain coconut. Okay, awesome. And so I've read several recipes. It also has a lot of red curry paste and a bunch of ingredients we didn't have. So we're gonna make an adaptation of that crispy rice salad using the ingredients that we already had, which is kind of how life goes. Yep. And we're gonna add toasted coconut, which I think is gonna really round it out. And there's gonna be so much texture. And then I did get some grilled chicken and some grilled pork for us to kind of do it like a little lettuce wrappy style.
That sounds nice.
So I'm toasting 2 different kinds of coconut. A large flake right here, which you can see. Oh, can we see it?
Oh, shoot.
It's okay.
I have a second camera. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. Where is it? Girl.
So this particular large flake coconut that they have at Trader Joe's.
Where did he go? What's happening?
I feel like a walking commercial for Trader Joe's.
Truly.
It's outrageous, actually.
What's happening?
Oh, how could I know, Abby? If it's not working, it's fine.
Okay, well, for some reason, although it was just connected, is now disappeared.
There's a reason why she's stabby.
Technology, you know?
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
I have been asking to be opted out of technology for many, many years now, but to no avail. I didn't sign up for this.
Okay, well, this is what we're getting.
Okay.
Because I don't know what happened and why that second camera's not connected.
Okay. Well, okay. We're doing two different kinds of coconut.
Yeah.
One is a very fine shred, and then one, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, this is a much bigger shred. This is the, please don't notice my punk rock manicure. I'm at a dark time in my life. The large shred coconut, I think, I buy this from Trader Joe's just on a regular as like part of my groceries. And when I get it, I dump the whole bag out on a sheet tray. I toast the whole thing and then I put it back in. Because who wants untoasted coconut? Silly.
Toasted wood.
I don't even know why they sell it that way. So step one, we're toasting the cokes.
Toasted the cokes.
And then we're gonna do, oops, I don't have my phone, but that's where the recipe is. It's around here somewhere. Technology.
Are we allowed to sing the song?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Good thing it's right.
My phone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no accident. That is no accident, toots. Okay, so this recipe is super simple.
Amazing.
The coconut's in there toasting. All I ask is that you not let me forget that. This one calls for almond flour and salt, which I also thought was interesting. It's got almond flour, regular flour, gluten-free flour, which we're about to use the last of our King Arthur's. Oh, no, it's okay.
Because then we're gonna try something new. Or we're doing.
We're gonna do a little combo here because she said that she didn't have a particular flour mix. This lady, who I'll look up who the recipe's by in just 1 second. She didn't have a particular mix, so okay. Well, if you don't, I don't.
Yeah.
For some reason, I wrote down the ingredients, but not the steps. So will you take that?
Sure will.
And I know that we're toasting the coconut. That's great. And then we want to combine our, what is it? Salt, almond flour, sugar?
Salt, almond flour, and then the shredded coconut.
That's right. Because the
sugar looks like we're making a little syrup.
And what about the gluten-free flour? Am I crazy? Because I swore there was gluten-free flour. You don't have that. But I swear there was. I know what to do.
I am not seeing anywhere where it says gluten-free flour in the recipe.
This would be better. This particular recipe, they said to dip the bottoms of them in chocolate. I love that. That's great. I didn't want to do chocolate today because we're doing like an Asian salad. Yeah. That's what I was just telling Abby off camera. I want to try a little sesame.
Yeah.
Like a coconut sesame macaroon.
It's pretty delicious.
Topped with a little toasted sesame seeds.
That's pretty good.
Get on out of here. Get on out of here. How much almond flour is there, Toots?
We got 2 tablespoons. I think that you might be crazy. I think that maybe you read Bob's Red Mill Superfine Blanched Almond Flour and read that as gluten-free.
Mabes.
So we're not using it.
Yay! We live to gluten-free another day.
Incredible.
But if I'm understanding correctly, we are going to heat up the sugar.
Sugar, vanilla, and water.
Yeah, how much water? 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
1.5 tablespoons of water.
It's a strange little recipe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make a ton. But we're going to find out.
Yeah.
3/4 of a cup of sugar, correct?
Yep.
That's a lot.
I know.
We're just making a little syrup here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water,
1.5.
1.5 tablespoons of agua. I wonder how our I guess there is is there a half tablespoon? No. No. That doesn't exist. Yeah. What kind of recipe is this?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we have our water, we have our sugar, and what was the other thing?
A vanilla, which is half teaspoon.
I think that we could also add the sesame right here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what is our form of sesame?
I'm gonna just do sesame Earl.
Okay, yeah. I think that sounds great. And vanilla. So it's like
And vanilla.
Yeah.
And do you see what I got this new product? I've never seen this before. Vanilla bean paste. Can you see it? Is this where you're supposed to do the thing, Abby? I'm doing it.
Yeah, see now I can see it. It gives
just like the kids on TikTok.
It gives a flat back so you can see it instead of like a thing in front of your shirt which has a pattern and be like, hey, this is the soap. You can see what label is, but now, wow.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Tell me again how much vanilla.
That was 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2. About 1/2. Just a little bit.
I think vanilla is like garlic. Don't you?
Yeah.
Are you ever going to throw off a recipe by putting in too much vanilla? I don't think so.
No.
I think that you know how much I love to stick to a recipe. You know that. But I think that just a squidgen of sesame. We also know that sesame goes a long way. But this is a lot of sugar, so I'm going to be straight up with you, my G. Yeah. I'm going to use a whole tablespoon of sesame. And this is a dark toasted sesame. If I had black sesame, I'd use that.
All right.
If it doesn't go right,
get wild, girl.
Yeah, we can blame somebody.
Please bite into these macaroons and throw up.
There is something in there about egg whites.
Yes.
Those come later.
Yes. Yes. So right now,
here comes the coconut. Gorgeous. Yeah. And then we got the coconut getting. I want this, the one for our crispy rice salad. Yeah. I want that to be quite toasty. So I'm going to give that a couple more minutes.
This looks great.
I don't have a timer going, but can you in your head just keep track of 2 minutes?
2?
Do you think you have that in you?
I can probably do that.
Okay.
Okay. So meanwhile, that the sugar is coming together.
Yeah, because we're building a syrup.
And it, right. Yeah, basically until sugar is melted and.
Totally. Because right now it's still granular.
Yeah.
And how much toasted coconut?
1.5 cups plus 1 tablespoon.
Yeah, I think the 1 tablespoon is for what? Like doing some funny shit at the end?
Maybe.
Because 1.5 cups plus 1 tablespoon.
I know. Okay, so it's a weird thing that I feel like a lot of older recipes will call for. Like, I have a cookie recipe that I think it's like 4 cups of flour plus 1 tablespoon. And I'm like, what is that 1 table? Is that really important?
Right. 1.5 cups plus 1 tablespoon. Yeah. There you go. Whatever.
Perfect.
Whatever.
Perfect.
Do you smell that beautiful bean?
I do.
Got a lot of flavor in there.
Oh, this.
The sugar. I really smell it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. But the sesame? Okay.
Yeah.
The sesame and then the flavor or the scent of the toasted coconut
and the sesame.
It's all in here right now and it smells so good.
I wish I'd have had black sesame seeds. Wouldn't that have been so pretty?
Yeah, a little on top.
Yeah. But I want toasted instead. So
Okay, so we need to whip egg whites.
That's right. We want them to be. Oh no. Well, we're in a little trouble here.
Oh, do we not have a whisk?
I just don't have a whisk.
Okay.
And how many egg whites is it?
2.
Sugar salted. It doesn't give a volume measurement?
Nope, just 2.
Well, this is too many egg whites, but I know that 1/4 of a cup is about an egg. There,
perfect. Want me to whisk?
I would love it if you could just get a little aeration in there. Get some bubs. You could find me some bubs. I love coconut. I'm very.
Take that coconut out. It's been 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. The first salad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that's good. So I will buy this coconut from Trader Joe's, get it nice and toasted, let it cool, put it right back in the bag, and then toss it in salad. Because you know I'm going to be missing croutons.
But maybe you can use toasted coconut.
You know what else have you been using? What? Pork rind.
Oh.
I really have. Apparently my lover does not have a whisk, so we'll put that on the Christmas list. Your Christmas whisk.
Maybe we'll find a cool whisk at the thrift store. Maybe it'll have like an Elvira handle, and then you can peel it up while you're whisking.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
Elvira, if you're listening. Okay, well, how many bubbles are you? Where are you at with the bugs?
Well, it said until it's very frothy. And it's still frothy, but
I wish we had one of those.
I have so many.
I know, I have too. I tried to use one. I saw somebody. Oh, I downloaded TikTok, Abby.
Yes.
I found some stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's full.
It's full.
It's full of cool shit.
It's full of stuff. There's a lady. I sent you the lady that I've fallen in love with. Her, she goes. Her name is Mama Cookie. What? Why? 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 I love it. I could watch it all day, but what? What is she up to? I don't know. I scrolled back, deep back, and she started out. I don't know if she does it anymore, but she started out making those fake press-on nails and selling them on the internet.
And there are people who do like spend an entire week, like 40 hours of time spent on one set of nails, but there'll be like a full mural of like Mulan, and like it'll be like a color changing one, and like all sorts. It's like I don't even understand. And they're painting with these tiny little brushes. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a real market for that. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Yeah.
I could start a little fingernail sweatshop.
I'm telling you, TikTok is full of stuff that you're like, oh, these people are doing all sorts of shit out here.
All sorts of shit. Yeah. She started out making little nail stuff, and she was just making videos, I think, to promote her nail business. And wow. Now she has like 4 million followers. And she does this little thing that people know that she's doing it because she goes like, woo, like that'll do it in this little like rodeo thing. But I can't do anything like that. I'm too true. Yes, it is true, Abby.
Okay, but
because mine wouldn't be like a cute like mine would be like what?
And that's it. That's how you know we're done.
That's definitely right. Is this making you feel better, Abby? The constant whisking. It's getting out your aggression.
No, maybe. I'm smiling.
I still feel afraid of you, so who's to say?
Who's afraid of little old me? That's a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Look at how Taylor lights you up. You're just lit up for Taylor.
I know. Your aggressive bullying of me being a Swiftie has made me just cling to her more. Yeah. Aggressive.
Is that how it feels to you?
Yeah. You're always telling the world that I'm a Swiftie. You're gonna get me into trouble.
I don't know that that's how that works.
Okay, there is a okay, Nikki says that there's a lady on there that does aggressive cooking, and she's in Grand Rapids. That's where I went to college. But there are so many people who do weird shit on TikTok, but there's one that'll just like slam ground beef on the counter and be like, we're making tacos tonight because I don't feel like making anything else, and we're gonna have tacos, okay? And then makes a meal very angry, and I'm like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
No one's making you do this.
You know, the one I'm leaning towards is I know that on Twitch, you know the code, Abby. Yeah, you do. On Twitch, you can't talk about certain things, but on TikTok, you can. So, do you know?
TikTok has also things that you can't talk about.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, there are words you can't say.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. I've picked up some of.
And you also can't. Apparently on TikTok, you can't really try and promote your stuff on Instagram because they will.
They're like, don't fuck with the gram.
Dare. Yeah.
It's TikTok or nothing. But you know what you can do?
What?
Garden.
Oh yeah.
And so there are a couple accounts that I found where there's one gal doesn't even have a job anymore. You know what she does? Gets a little baked, cooks stuff on the TikToks.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I know.
That's what we're doing.
But on TikTok.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing. We can just do it on all of it.
Yeah. But on TikTok.
Yeah. Because
you can garden on TikTok. And nobody gets mad. You can put it right there in your bio. Like, hey,
we're gardeners.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that the reason people want to watch someone get stoned and cook, or whatever the word is, garden and cook,
Yeah.
sorry, is because they're going to be a silly villains, but I would just be cool, calm, and collected. Wow, that cooking stream is going smooth. That's how I think it goes in my head, at least. How's that going, frothy?
It seems frothy.
It seems frothy
It
to
doesn't
me.
want. It said no peaks, so but we're so far from peaks.
Yeah, I do know there was a little thing that said if you aren't able to whisk your weights, it's fine. It just won't. They just won't be as light.
Okay. Well,
So
we're gonna be okay.
It's not like it's against, like, we're not
Against the code.
Yeah. So in a small saucepan, heat the granulated sugar, water, and vanilla and sesame. Over medium heat, cook it occasionally. Sugar melts. Cook for 30 more seconds. Remove from heat. Pour the melted sugar over the toasty cokes, and remove all the sugar from the pan evenly. Rubber spatula. Blase, blase. Meanwhile, egg whites are whippy slippy. And then we're gonna just mix them together, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
So this goes in. Would we call this melted completely? Because I still
Wait, okay, here's the thing. It's not, but
I wonder if it's not melting because I put that. No, because you can put butter in there and it melts.
Fine.
So it's not the fat, but
No,
this.
I'd say maybe a little more.
I'm gonna give it a little more. You're the baking pro, Abby, not
Yes.
me. Not me. I'm just here for the snacks.
What snacks?
Yeah. So anyway, TikTok has me in a chokehold. I yesterday went through my entire refrigerator, and trying to make a dense bean salad. Ooh. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Of course you have.
Yeah.
It's been on TikTok the whole time.
The whole time.
Somehow that didn't make it to Instagram because I didn't know about it.
Yes.
But I saw that raised.
TikTok loves beans right now. White beans, real big. Lots of people
I'm a big fan of white beans.
Like lots of, or the big beans, like butter beans.
Love
for the ones. Yeah, people doing a lot of like main dishes with beans.
They're delicious, and it's a good source of protein. I'm actually a fan of beans. I know lots of people don't like them. I do like them. Jazzy, my sweet baby daughter, does not love beans. She might be better now. When she was younger, though, absolutely not. But I did manage to make a little Ren dish, and it is delicious. I've been eating it for 3 days.
Ooh,
toot. Just kidding.
Spam.
Please leave us alone. Spam.
We're working.
Yeah, I'm not getting the meltiness that I would have expected from this.
No.
But we'll give it another second or two.
Yeah.
So I'm excited while we're doing this. The reason we're starting with the macaroons is because once we get this folded together, this dough has to go in the fridge for 30 minutes. I know.
How long do they bake?
Not very long.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we'll get that together. We'll make our salad, and then we'll get our little macaroons. I'm gonna switch bowls so I can use this one for the rice. We'll get our little macaroons in the oven, and I think because there's no flour in them, we just can eat them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
totally.
That's one serving size per recipe.
Perfect.
That's what I understand.
Would you
If they wanted us to eat less, it would have been a smaller recipe.
Yeah.
Seems good enough.
Or they would have said you have to have 4 friends to enjoy this.
Because doesn't it seem like it's not getting meltier?
No. It's weird though.
What kind of super sugar have I?
Maybe. Because the sugar should just melt.
Right.
But there wasn't a lot of liquid in this.
Only 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
Tablespoon and a half, as it were. I guess. I mean.
The worst thing that will happen, I can't really think of anything terrible.
That we won't get a macaroon? Yeah, I'm not sure. It feels like this is going to work. Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Forget it. I mean, forget it. I'm adding it in. And I'm mixing it up, Abby.
Add it in and mix it up. Add it in, mix it up.
Also, I'm also going to... I think we have a lot of this nice big one, but we only need a little bit of that. I think I'm going to toss in some of this larger coconut too, because we can always toast some more. But
did you see those ones I sent you that were like super toasty that had chocolate on the inside?
On the inside,
yeah.
Okay,
they looked super toasty though.
Well,
we've got more liquid that we're adding.
Right? Yeah. No. This smells so good. I think the sesame coconut thing is going to be
good.
lit. Because it smells lit. And I love that. You know what else I think we could do?
What?
Just to kind of, oh yeah, I'm getting the sugar mixture, trying to get it nice and incorporated, and work out the lumps. And then we're gonna add those. Wow, Abby, you're really getting them whipped.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm gonna, because I love sesame flavor, and I feel fearless.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put some sesame right into the coconut mix.
I also love sesame.
I love it.
I just got sesame hummus, and so it must have a little extra tahini, or maybe just some straight up sesame roll up in there. But it is delicious.
Where'd you get that?
I just got it at Fred Meyer, but it's a brand out of Portland. I cannot remember the name of.
I recently saw a trick that talked about how, because when you go get an authentic, like you go to a really nice Greek restaurant and you get, or Mediterranean or whatever, and you get hummus, and it is so smooth and it is so fluffy and it is so light. And then when you make it at home, it's just not the same texture. Do you know how to do that?
No.
I learned recently that what you have to do is peel the garbanzos.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you take that outer shell off of them, and you can do that by like rubbing them with a towel, and then you rinse and blah blah blah. You put there's a technique, and then it makes that super creamy
hummus.
Yeah,
Nice.
which I prefer. I like the real soft stuff.
I am kind of I like it all. Ian will make like a real rustic kind of chunky hummus, and
Yeah,
it's
I actually
delicious.
like that too. Yeah, different styles for different
for
things.
sure.
Yeah, because in a wrap or something, I'd rather have the chunky one.
Yeah. But I do understand that like taking a big piece of pita into that like smooth.
Okay, let me look. We'll show real quick. So, coconut mixture. Since we're down to 1 cam today, lots of shredded coconut, large flake, small flake, and sesame seeds mixed with the sugar, but not sweetened condensed milk. We made our own sugar syrup, and now let's incorporate our egg whites.
We did our own fluffing, so we're gonna see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I think I might have just got a text message from Papa. No, someone else. I thought it was Papa Murph.
Oh, Papa Murph.
Okay, it says now.
Okay.
Mixed the snotty egg yolks.
Liquidy.
Really got liquidy there.
It did get very liquidy.
But it says now to let it sit up in the oven for 30, in the fridge, I mean, for 30 minutes. And if we need to add some more coconut to it, we can.
Yeah.
Because remember, I eyeballed
the amount.
The amount. Let's, in fact, I think off rip, we can add the rest of this. Yeah. Which is not concerned.
No.
We'll add a little more coconut.
Wow. You do want to eat a little bit of this guy.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of that.
Oh,
right?
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little Greek yogurt, a little honey, toasted coconut. Delicious. Okay, that looks better, right?
I think our friends that we don't know, we JKing in the chat.
Yeah.
Hello. I think I maybe did some investigating. Sorry, guys. Stalked you a bit.
Ooh, I love that.
And I think there are 2 friends that are streaming and doing social media stuff and just trying to live their cool lives. So
well, God bless them, because this is not for the faint of heart.
I hope that you guys are having a hard time. Nope, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I would nope. No.
Jesus, Abby. We're never gonna make friends on the internet if you're going around with it.
What I meant was, I hope you are not having as hard of a time as we are. I'm so sorry.
Wow. Someone has become bitter.
I'm just gonna leave.
Well, we hope it's hard.
I'm just kidding. I really hope that everything's going so smooth.
That was really something.
I didn't mean that.
It reminds me of the time that you screamed at that old woman and made her cry. That's so funny.
That never happened.
It
didn't happen. Now the internet's gonna think I'm evil.
No. Okay. So while our macaroon, we have to check out one of their streams. Have we followed?
I don't think so, actually. I'm terrible. So sorry, guys.
Okay.
We're gonna stream. We're gonna follow you after.
No, go do it from your phone.
Boom, baby.
Rice salad. Do you know who I think of when I think of crispy rice?
Huh.
Bobby Flay.
Interesting.
He does it though on the stove.
Okay.
which I suppose you can do. In fact, when I was reading recipes for this, there were several of them that were like, you can crisp your rice on the stove, but I don't like it. It gets too oily. Well, apparently not if you're Bobby Flay, because he's won plenty, Abby, of competition with his crispy rice. So I've learned a lot about crispy rice salad. First one, most recipes call for jasmine rice. Well, I had Calrose rice already made.
It's like we're having Calrose.
So we're using Calrose, and I think it'll be fine. What's important here is the tricks for getting it crispy.
Yes.
I know for sure Calrose rice will get crispy because in the bottom of the pan, when you do it, you always get that little crispy layer.
Yeah.
But to ensure that it gets crispy, there's a trick. So the recipes that I was looking at called for seasoning the rice. So we have about 2 cups. You'd say that's about 2 cups of rice, yeah? Roughly 2 cups of rice in the bottom of a bowl. Most of the recipes I've seen called for red curry paste or some kind of curry paste. I love that, but you know what I really love? Chili paste.
Yeah,
and I had it.
Yes.
And it's going to do the same thing. It's going to give flavor. Because usually it was red curry paste and an oil.
Okay.
So we're not going to use an oil because chili crisp is an oil. Yes. And we're going to season the rice up with a good amount of chili crisp. I like it. The more the better. Yes. I'm a fan of this brand, but I got to tell you.
Oh, that's the one with the little lady on the front?
Yeah. You can get this in Asian stores. But the one I really like, god awful, probably gentrified, who knows. But they sell it at Whole Foods and it's Kari.
Oh.
Kari. Jazzy and I were just talking about it last night because over there at Kari Chili Crisp, they have absolutely snapped, and it has whole slices of garlic in it, like not just little chiplets of garlic, but whole big slices of garlic that are shatteringly crisp.
Wow.
So when you spoon that over your everything,
that's incredible.
Every single bottle of it's like $20. Yeah. So
I have a few different bottles of chili crisp.
So do I.
I have one from Trader Joe's actually that has orange and cranberry in it.
I would hate that.
It's not bad. It's not my favorite. It doesn't belong on everything, but
so I just want to show you that we've seasoned the rice with chili crisp in a good amount. So it's turned the rice red. It's nice and oily. Cranberry and onion. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Is it like Christmas chili crisp?
Yeah, kinda. Chili crisp? Not really. I don't know if I found the perfect thing that it belongs on yet. I tried it on something the other day, and it definitely tastes like orange and cranberry. But
does it have like orange peel in it? Maybe
it must.
And like craisins?
Maybe. There's no like giant pieces. It just kind of tastes.
Oh, I forgot something.
Silly.
I forgot something.
Silly.
We're off the game here, sorry. Rice is seasoned.
Yes.
But now we want to add something to help it get crisp. This is what I was literally talking about, and then I totally forgot. Live TV, baby. The trick to make it crisp up is cornstarch.
Ooh, okay.
Which is so funny because last week was corn week. Didn't go great. But corn is still haunting us right here.
Chowder, cornbread, and corn dogs.
They were delicious.
Fantastic.
They really did.
Yes.
They really did.
All of that was great.
Corn maze. Didn't get to do it. But you never know. So I added a tablespoon of cornstarch, and I'm going to stir that around. And the cornstarch is really going to help the rice get crisp. And more importantly, what they're stating in all of the recipes that I read is that the cornstarch will help the rice kind of clump up and stick to itself.
Yeah, okay.
And make little crispy bits and nugs and things. So as you're putting then your cornstarch seasoned rice on your sheet, you want to kind of let it clump up like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my hands. Can you see me over here? I can move if I need to. I'm going to want to give this bowl a little rinse. It's not to build our salad. So I've got it on a sheet tray that's lined with parchment, and I'm going to spread it out. But as I'm spreading it out, I'm also giving it little squeezes so that it will kind of like when we dredged the chicken.
Yeah, and it'll like create little nuggets.
Which we want. We don't want just individual grains of crispy rice, although that's not a bad thing.
No, also good. But this will leave so that the outsides are crispy and the inside is soft. So when you bite into it, it's a textural.
Right. So letting it kind of clump up, do its thing in here is a good thing. We don't want to break those clumps. So we'll let it clumpy dump. And then in the oven's doing all our work today.
All right. How long does that need to be in there for?
Until it's crispy. So we'll keep checking it. The salad portion of this is so simple.
All right.
Sorry, excuse the sound. We're just rinsing the bowl. Nobody needs 20,000 dishes to do at the end of this. We're only two ladies. We're just two gals. So we might as well talk a little bit about because Nikki's here and that's who's really important. That we're gonna, because of some of the technical issues that we've had, we're gonna restructure just a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're still gonna be here on Twitch, but we're gonna be doing maybe just one big cook for now, until we get a little bit more action.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna go out and find on the rest of the interweb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So if you're not already following our TikTok and our YouTube, that's where we'll be the rest of the week. So I think we'll post a schedule.
Yep.
But what we've talked about is that we're going to be doing one big Sunday supper stream where we wrap everything up on a Sunday night, kind of like we were doing at my place, talking about our week, except that we're going to do our cooking video that day.
Yeah.
And it'll be a bigger cooking video, probably even more than we're doing today. Right now we're doing two things, but I think in our future ones we'll do like a whole meal.
Yeah.
And we'll sit down and we'll enjoy it. And we'll look at the stuff that we've done over the week. We'll talk about the stuff that we've done over the week. We'll have a little show and tell. That was my favorite part of school, for being honest. I was really in it for the show and tell.
Yes.
And can I tell you, I lied a lot. I lied a lot in show and tell. Oh, goodness gracious, Jenny, that pan was still. Oh no. Oh, everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
It's a brew.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, I just thought that I could get away with murder in show and tell.
My friends left because I offended them.
What did you? Oh man, they were probably like, "Wow,
sorry."
She wants us to do.
No. I hope everyone is having a great time.
That was so funny. It was funny. You were like, I hope it's hard.
I hope it's hard. What a dick.
I love it. I fucking love it.
A terrible time.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
With any luck, it sucks for you too. All right.
Oh, Nikki said they left before I was moving.
Oh, good.
Thank God. Nobody said this.
Wow. Yeah.
So I like to lie at show and tells.
Yes. Not only did I lie at show and tell, I was a big liar in general. Yeah. In elementary school. Yeah. It makes sense, actually. If you think about it, because I was a very ignored kid. You know what I mean? I was like...
So you're like, okay.
Nobody was paying attention to me. So I knew that when I got someone's attention, I had to keep it.
Yeah. Listen, this exciting thing I have to tell you.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe it because it isn't true.
Not true. Crazy.
But then I remember when my sister was born. I won't tell you what year because I think she just turned 40. When my baby sister was born, I was 9 years old. I get to school. This is it. This is my moment. I finally have some big news because I told you I was raised by an old woman.
Yeah.
What was I going to go to show and tell and be like? This week, my grandma read Tom Clancy and ate a whole box of eclairs, and we watched MASH. Nobody cares about that. But when my sister was born, I got to go to school and tell everyone that my mom had a baby. Right?
Pretty exciting.
Yes, it was exciting. And I was excited and I couldn't wait to share it with my classmates and my teacher. And I got up there and I addressed the class and I was like, last night, my mom went to the hospital and she had a baby girl. And I told them her name was Shyla and I told them all about it. And my teacher was like, go to your desk. Aww. Did not believe me. Did not.
You lied so much.
Because I had lied so much, Abby. No, I swear. And they were like, yeah, whatever. Get out of here.
The boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. I was the girl who cried baby. And I wonder what I don't remember. It's not, that's the beautiful thing about lies. Once you're done with it, whatever. I do remember one particular lie that I told that stands out to me even now, which has to be 50 years later. I mean, I was a little at this time. And I went to go many times. My grandma tried to send me to go live with my mom several times. I've told you before, Abby, she did not want to be doing this.
Right. She was like, I already did this.
Right.
I raised mine.
I would prefer not to be doing this right now. And I get it, Mildred. Now that I am at the same, because now I'm 49. She was 50 when I was born.
Oh, yeah. Could you?
Right.
Okay. Could you imagine taking in a baby?
Mm-mm. No, and I tell my kids that all the time.
Yeah,
Just make
don't
sure
even
you
try.
know. I'm not like that lady.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would do it. But she sent me to live with my mom one time. And so, of course, new school, which happened many times. She tried many times. It did not work out. Um, and I went into this school, immediately identified the most popular kid in school, knew who he was right away. Yeah. I have no friends in this school. So who am I hanging out with at recess? The recess ladies. Because I have no friends. Yeah. I think I've told you before, I was the smelly kid. Right? I told everyone at this school where the most popular boy had been going for quite some time that he was my brother. I left out the part where he was very tall and very black. Oh. And I doubled down on it. Not only did I say that's my brother, but I told stories like, "Ugh, mom's gonna be so mad at him when he gets home." Like he was a drummer. I remember he'd be out at recess, like with his drumsticks, like playing, and I'd be like, "He is not supposed to do that. Like our mom is gonna be pissed." And these poor recess ladies had to have been like, "Is this kid fucking insane?" Like she cannot be serious right now. Yeah. I was so serious. And there was no point in my mind that I was concerned at all about getting caught.
Yeah.
How do you know he's not my brother? Well, because he's been going here since he was in kindergarten, and so do the rest of his siblings. And yeah. So anyway.
Well, I'm a new sister.
Yeah, brand new. So now you know my dark secret. I lied on that.
Why do you lie? So yeah. I did try and gaslight my husband the other day, which was super fun. Yeah, so fun. I think I'm gonna do it some more.
Gaslighting?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hoot.
Yeah, I don't remember what he was doing. We were doing something, and I was like, "Yeah, remember that time that you did this?" I might have grown the story so that it was,
you have to,
maybe to a point that it was unbelievable, just to make sure he knew that in his brain he wasn't going crazy. But it was really fun just to gaslight him and be like, "Yeah, man, you promised that you were gonna do this for me."
I mean, gaslighting you is one of my favorite things to do. Unless you're cranky, and then it isn't as fun. It's not as fun.
It is not.
Would you take it out on others, like our friends over at LOL or whatever their names are? JK.
You can't even remember their names.
I mean, I can't remember anything.
That's true.
Come on, Abby.
Remember, you were just talking about them. They're your best friends. And then you screamed at them and told them that you hoped that it was really hard.
Abby, that's not how that went. You're getting. Now, listen, I know you've had a good time gaslighting thus far. Yeah. You're taking it too far. It's not going to work on me. Just in case anybody was watching, I did just put about a 1.5 to 2 inch piece of ginger that I peeled into the blender. We are making dressing for our what's this recipe specifically called for 1 clove of garlic. I don't have it in me, Abby. I'm not a 1 clove of garlic gal.
That's crazy.
I know. I was like, first of all, I do what I want.
Why?
And I never put 1 clove of garlic. I am gonna attempt that thing that we talked about. Have you seen the thing on the TikTok about the garlic? When you take the garlic and you smash it all up in your blender, you puree it all up, and then you put it into a freezer bag, and then you seal up. You squeeze all the air out of the freezer bag, and you squeeze it flat.
Oh, and then you take like a chopstick and go. Boop,
and you make, and then you put it in the freezer. And so then when you want garlic, you're not going through all this nightmare. Why is it so difficult? Because it's so delicious. We have to work for it. So we're putting in 2 whopping cloves of garlic. It's actually more like 4 because they were stuck together. But do you know, Abby, the bigger the clove of garlic, the milder the flavor.
Oh, interesting.
So when you get down to those little teeny tiny ones that everybody probably just throws away because
those are going to be punchy in the face.
That's where you really get your bang for your buck.
Good to know.
The little ones are always.
Should we take a look at this rice?
Yeah. It's going to take some time, I would guess, though.
Yeah.
just to get. We want it.
Rice, but it smells delicious.
It does smell good.
It smells really good.
Something about chili crisp, man. That's the shit. They've invented so many gadgets for garlic for this tedious work of peeling it. No wonder the recipe only called for one. After that, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Now you
just can't do it.
I'm gonna need seconds now because of all this work.
Well, good thing.
Okay.
Good thing you ate all that protein in your bean salad.
True that. And cheese. You know what I used to make it? The leftovers of our cheese cookout.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I made more cheese. So I found
you make now?
a recipe for paneer.
Okay.
But it was pretty much ricotta.
Right.
It was just milk and I did white vinegar.
Okay.
Left no flavor to it.
Really?
Yep.
That's good.
The lemon juice definitely adds a flavor to the mascarpone that I made. But the paneer turned out great.
That's great.
And then we put it a little bit on some curry, the pumpkin curry that Ian had.
Ginger, garlic. Okay. This recipe called for fish sauce. Interestingly enough, the grocery store that I went to did not have fish sauce.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
It's the Safeway, for God's sake. The Safeway near here is just not, it's not great. So what we're gonna do in lieu of fish sauce, because we need that, or the lid down there, is tamari, because it's gluten-free, and vegan. So, you know, if you wanted this salad to be vegan, you could. Instead of a half a cup of, man, this is something. Instead of a half a cup of fish sauce, sounds like it's a lot of fish sauce, quarter cup. Instead of a quarter cup of fish sauce, we're going to do a quarter cup of tamari and chili crisp and our old friend
sugar
message. No, because essentially the fish sauce isn't even going to give us a fishy flavor. What it really is going to give us is a big fat pile of umami. And what else does that? Tamari and MSG. Just a little more, just for fun. So we have in our fish sauce, fake fish sauce, which we just talked about. And we're going to add we added the chili crisp. So now we're going to do about a quarter cup of lime.
Doing key lime?
Yeah, you know, especially now that I live alone.
Yeah. And
a lime is $1.29.
Yeah.
I buy these. This stuff's delicious. It's 100% lime juice. It works.
Totally.
Especially in a recipe like this. Now, if I'm doing tacos and I want a squidge of lime, that's not going to do it. Then I need a piece of lime. But for a dressing like this, this is fine. And then we want a quarter cup of a neutral oil. This is avocado oil, which is the one that I cook with most often. So we're just going to toss that in there. Ginger, garlic, fish sauce, avocado oil, lime. We want a little bit of brown sugar, which is right there. I didn't bother packing mine because I know that this one is always there. Just a bit, just to round it out. Technically, there's no emulsifier in here, but I do believe that the ginger and garlic is going to do the job for us. Yeah. This is going to get loud.
Let's get loud. Let's get loud.
Make it with beer blade. Making sure that the garlic and shall we?
We shall.
Oh yeah, baby. I hope this is delicious, or I'm gonna feel pretty silly.
If it's not, then we get to cry.
Oh man, here. This is gonna be so good. Okay, that's delicious. God damn. God damn. God damn.
Oh, wow.
You ain't gotta lie to kick it with this one. So just to reiterate, all that was ginger, garlic, tamari.
Wow, that's delicious.
Yeah, right?
It's really good.
It's very good.
I can't wait to have that on the salad.
Me neither.
It's going to be so good.
We don't have to wait that long, actually.
I know, it's so good. Okay.
It's coming right up, sister.
Speaking of, do you happen to remember when we put the macaron in
Oh
a
no, because
fridge.
once we get all this together, we'll just cook them off while we're trying our salad.
Cool. They're not gonna take very long.
No, it just had to be 30 minutes. Longer than 30 minutes, I don't see being
Nah.
a problem.
Be fine.
Man, that dressing really came together,
Yeah,
and now all
delicious.
all we have to do really now is wait for the rice to crisp and cut some veggies. And we're gonna keep this one really simple because the one that I was telling you about that's Vietnamese or Thai with the coconut is basically herbs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's very light in the veggie department.
All right.
What we are going to do, and I'm sorry that my cutting board is over here, but we're just gonna have to make it work.
It's gonna be fun.
Cucumber,
Cute.
red onion,
Red onion.
cilantro,
Mint.
and we're going to. Oh, I got a little red pepper for color. And then we're going to use these little leaves, if you wouldn't mind starting to pluck some of those leaves off. And I don't think they're going to need much of a rinse, but if they do, yeah, and then on a paper towel for us. And then I'm going to slice up cucumber. Again, this is all, you know, the recipe is great, but this is very much a use your heart meal.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
It's okay.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, and this is a great way too to use up your you got some veggies in the fridge that need to go. Like I have this cucumber. I knew I needed to cook soon. Not cook, but use.
Yeah.
So this is perfect. This half a red onion was from another dinner.
Nice. Oh, there's dirt in here.
Well, yeah.
I know. I didn't expect it. That's all.
Only the best, Abby.
Fresh, right out of the garden.
Yep. I plucked it before I came.
Oh, incredible. You just carry these little plastic things around with
Well,
you.
I think.
Yeah, obviously.
I've used that for dozens of
Oh,
times.
wow.
So one English cucumber sliced at a bias. I like to do it at a tough angle. I don't know why this is a synonymously Asian cut for cucumber, but it is. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't make the rules, Abby. I don't make the rules.
Especially not Asian rolls. You can't.
No. And you know what I was thinking about? I'm so guilty. As a caterer, you have to cook foods from all over the world.
Mhm.
Like you have to keep it interesting. You got to keep it fresh. But I'm an inherently kind of Southern American chef.
Yeah.
Predominantly. I'm so guilty of abusing the pan Asian situation.
Mhm.
Like I'll just take Asian ingredients from a variety of cultures and be like, it's Asian. Well, what kind? I don't know. But they're just such wonderful ingredients and they all go so well together.
Yeah.
That I'm sure sometimes I get real fusion with the Asian. Fugazi.
Have you seen the I haven't seen them in a while, but there was, I think it might have been on TikTok. There was a family, I believe it was a couple, and I think it was her parents, and her parents had moved here from wherever they were from originally, but they didn't speak a whole lot of English, and it was, their first time living in America. So they would make all sorts of food for them and see how they liked it. And what was so interesting was watching how they would eat it, because it makes sense if you're trying something new to try something new with something you like.
Yeah.
So they would be eating barbecue, but then they'd be putting kimchi on top of it.
Oh, of course.
And it was like, oh my gosh, of course, that sounds delicious. That's gonna be so good. And it was just so interesting to watch, and they were so cute to see them trying food for the first time. It was really fun.
There's an account that I've seen online, and I'm sure it's on TikTok, but you know where I saw it.
Instagram.
And it's Korean parents, and the daughter, has them try food from all over the place, and it's hilarious. Yeah. It's so funny. And most of the time they really like it, especially the dad.
Yep.
He really gets into it.
Does he like anything that's a lot of meat?
He likes a lot of meat.
Yep, because that's the same thing. I might be talking about the same guy.
We might be, but absolutely glorious.
Yeah.
I love it. So funny. And then I know there's another account where this woman takes her Korean mom places to try new things that she wouldn't try otherwise, and it is so funny. Excellent viewing. I'm here for it.
I also have started watching on YouTube, but she might be on other places. Her name is Young, but she lives in Germany. She's originally from Vietnam, And so she talks about her and her fiance because her fiance is from Germany.
Okay.
So it's the two of them figuring out different food things. And there, can you think of two different food culture, like more different food cultures
than Vietnamese and German?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's funny. That one's pretty funny.
Yeah, that does sound funny.
How many leaves do we feel like we want to
need? Just a few.
Okay, we got a handful in here.
All right. So what we have here, if you wouldn't mind showing
the world.
Thin sliced red onion, cucumber, and red bell pepper. And that's gonna do it for our veggies. And then we're gonna add herb. And today's herbs are cilantro, scallion, which I guess do we consider scallion an herb? I'm not sure. And mint.
I'm so glad that you have mint because I was really hoping that there would be mint in this.
I love mint.
Same.
And mint and cilantro do great things together.
Oh, good. I love
green onion. I don't know if you know this, Abby, but I have quite a barn, not a barn, what will we call it? A farm on my kitchen windows.
Oh, though. Yes.
I'm up to 6 green onion plants.
Watch out, big onion.
Watch out, big onion.
Watch out.
Yeah.
She's coming for you.
You pay 99 cents for one of these and it'll give you green onions for 6 weeks.
That's what we're going to do. Our side hustle is we're going to be selling green onion. Straight from Jen's kitchen.
Straight. The finest.
The finest green onion you'll ever find.
I have a package of romaine I'm working on, but when that's done, I'm gonna try to grow that butt too. Because times are hard, man.
Times are hard.
It's not. Hey, doesn't always pay the bills.
Oh,
not at all.
Doesn't pay any bills, right?
It's only costs.
Yeah. Just for fun.
Wait, when does that work?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Just kidding, Abby.
I just love stress.
It is fun.
I didn't have enough stress in my life. I said, ooh, let's try something new.
Yeah.
Let's try something you've never done before and are probably going to be really bad at, but let's give it a shot.
I don't think you've been bad at it at all. I don't think we've been bad at it. I think it's just been difficult. Internet, what it is. Yep. You know what I mean? That's no fault of ours.
Technology.
Hate it. And I hated it going in, you know?
Yeah.
And so what was I thinking?
I don't know.
But we are getting it figured out. And you have done it masterfully. You saw it, you got here and within minutes this was all figured out. You know what this is? Cilantro. Yeah. I am among, not only am I pro cilantro, I'm like, I would go to the front lines for cilantro.
Same.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll put it all.
It like makes me sad for the people that it tastes like soap because I feel bad.
I feel bad until they expect me to leave cilantro out of something, and then all my sad feelings turn into mad feelings.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Could you imagine if every taco you ate, it tasted like soap?
No,
right?
Because I don't have that birth defect.
I know.
Thank God too, because I effing love it.
Oh, so good.
I wonder if there are any other things that your physiology makes you hate them.
Did you know that being the ability to drink other species milk is the oh my god, why can't the mutation? We should not be able to drink other creatures' milk. No other mammals drink another creature's milk. And it's a mutation that you are able to. So the people who are lactose intolerant are actually the real ones.
Yeah.
We're all a bunch of mutants.
And I've heard that it can vary depending on what your like far back genealogy is. Because there are certain regions where people had to drink other dairy as a source of food, particularly yak milk. I know this one.
So when I was making when I made paneer, it calls for
yak
buffalo.
Oh, buffalo. Where does one get that? They don't have that at the co-op.
They don't. So they were like, look for maybe it was like a Jersey cow or whatever, like a fancy milk that has more. I think it's a higher protein level or higher fat level or something. Mine still turned out great, and I used regular old milk.
Well, the regular milk worked fine for like the
ricotta, yeah.
We just couldn't get the mozzarella. Now, we also don't know. We should try that again. Yeah. Without straining it, just filming it. I'm just rough chopping the mint. And how much mint? All of it. All
Again,
of it.
a feeling.
Yeah. It could be too minty, like toothpaste, but somehow I doubt it.
With all the flavor from the dressing,
Yeah,
I don't think that's
I
gonna be a
cannot
problem.
wait to eat this. And then peep those peanuts. Ooh, chili crunch. Chili crunch peanuts. Can you
From
believe that?
Trader Joe's.
It called for peanuts on top, so
incredible.
why not? Why
I would
not?
also like to talk about how my nails are still on.
That's really impressive.
Haven't had a single one come off.
I just learned on TikTok. I'm learning so many things on TikTok.
I'm so glad.
There's a gal named Nina Poole.
Uh-huh.
Do you know?
Mm-mm.
Happy. I think I just sent you a TikTok.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh,
Okay. Oh, it's not crispy
Oh.
yet. Not even close.
uh-oh.
Let's turn up the heat.
Turn up the heat.
Because right now all we have is hot rice.
Mm-hmm. I bet you could also do this in the air fryer and it would probably crisp up pretty quick.
Absolutely. Definitely. But we're going to turn up the heat. So now we have mint.
Oh,
cilantro.
I'm being screamed at because apparently Nikki has sent me stuff from Nina Poole. So sorry.
Nikki, you know about Nina Poole.
Tell me about her.
So specifically regarding your artificial nails.
Yes.
Nina has all these hacks to make them stay on forever.
Oh.
I remember one right off the bat. You brush the inside of your press-on nails with acetone.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Instead of because that's not easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you wipe your nails with alcohol to dehydrate.
Yep.
Then do a brush on a layer of glue onto your nail. Let it dry all the way. Then glue the nail.
Okay.
So the nail glue gets to bond with your rigid nail, and then the nail glue gets to bond with the nail that you've chemically etched with acetone.
Yeah.
And then all your binding is the nail glue to the nail glue.
Right. I've seen somebody talk about that with fake eyelashes too, of doing glue and letting it dry, and putting glue on the inside of the fake eyelash as well, and sort of letting that dry, because then the glue is just adhering to the glue instead of glue to your eyelash.
Right. Do you know how gangster I am with false eyelashes? I use hair glue.
Yes.
It's intense.
You haven't gone blind yet, so
no.
I guess that's great.
It's intense. It's like black rubber cement. And then sometimes when you go to take your lashes off, it'll like stretch. Oh. Yeah, it's serious. Okay. But guess what? Never comes off. Never.
Great. These had like an adhesive to them already.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'll stick them on. I'll see what happens. And
like they came pre-glued, pre-sticky.
Yeah.
And that's still sticking. That's hot.
I think that it's because, and they weren't expensive. I got them from Ulta, like I think they're Kiss brand. But
the Nina Poole loves Kiss brand.
Okay, this is great news.
Great news.
I'm gonna watch her, guys. I think because
you're gonna love Nina Poole.
I can't wait. I think because there's an adhesive rather than a glue that hardened. They are a little like they can kind of move a little bit.
That might actually be good.
And I think that that's what's helping, because I've knocked them on things, but then they just kind of feel like, oh, I just gotta like straighten it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of being rigid and hitting something and
ripping your life
apart. Exactly. So they've been wonderful. I don't know how long they've been on. 2 weeks?
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
Well, we thrifted on Wednesday, and you had them on then, but I don't know when you put them on before that.
I don't know time anymore. Maybe it hasn't been that long, but it feels like a really long time.
Well, then that's good enough for me. Yeah. God, I can't wait to eat this salad. I'm so excited. But our rice is nowhere near crispy. So should we get started? God, I can't wait to eat this.
I know.
Should we get started on our
macaroons? Yes.
Yes, we should. All of this is actually taking a lot less time than I thought it was going to. And I saved a little bit of prep for the last second. Okay. I even threw things on the ground to try to make it. Wow. Oh, they got a little lychee.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm very curious about this and how it's going to cook up.
This could be a classic case of Jenny doesn't read the directions.
Well, you know what? We're going to test it, right? That's what we're doing today.
Yeah. Boom. But does it seem like we need a little bit more, what's
coconut?
Yeah. Let's test a couple. Okay. Let's do a little bake ski. Okay.
The texture is just really interesting, but maybe I can't remember. I have only made them once, and honestly, I can't really remember what it looked like before I baked it.
But did it look like that? You said you don't know. You don't remember. I dirtied 2 pans to cook the rice, which was hilarious.
But I also use sweetened condensed milk, so obviously that's going to be a different.
We'll see.
It's going to look different. But
and I could have chosen a recipe that was more tradish, but it's strange oats, not traditional oats.
So true. So true.
Strange. People are strange. Okay, let's just pop a couple of them in. Yeah. I know they're also not supposed to bake at 475, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, how they are.
How they are. I don't think we need to
spray. I was gonna say I think we should spray.
Well, I don't think spray is an option, but I can do this. It's so fun. I just love it when nothing goes right. There we go. Okay. Oh, maybe this has a twist off.
Ooh.
It's exciting.
It's fancy.
Especially because I take that thing on the road with me in a shocking amount, especially these days. Okay. Well, now we have a little grease.
All right.
And they're just little handfuls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're because they just cook in the shape that you put them on here.
Oh, that's great.
It just looks like a little macaroon. Oh, I smell the sesame still. So good. They're like basically it's like a little haystack.
Yeah.
That's all it really is. We can just do like, what do you think? Like 6 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll see how they turn out. And if we need to make adjustments, we can.
Sorry.
Yeah, we haven't gotten around to remodeling so that it's further away from
Someday.
I will tell you this. Every time I see someone on a video or on a live stream, I have a completely renewed, will you pop that back in the fridge?
Yes.
Completely renewed respect. Like, new respect, not renewed. But now I'm like, wow, good job. Wow, you got the camera turned on? Nice.
Yeah. Wow. You've got a second camera? Incredible.
Wow. I'm gonna double down on the sesame.
All right.
I love it, and I will not apologize.
I also love. Let's do.
We could have a little burned sesame on the sheet tray, but it's a chance I'm willing to take.
Little snacks for later.
Okay, let's see what happens. Ooh, hopefully I hear rice sizzling in there. I wonder how long these macaroons bake for. All right, well, we're getting somewhere, but we're still not crispy. That's okay. We got nothing but time.
Nothing but time.
Nikki, tell us about your day.
Yeah, Nikki, how are you?
Or we do it for you.
Yeah, this is just your own private television show. Next week on Nikki Watches, we're gonna make Nikki's favorite pie.
And Nikki, anything for you?
Yeah, whatever you want.
I'm excited for these. Let's get these into a little. I mean, the dressing's so good that the salad can't be bad.
Yeah, no. No, and then with mint, cilantro, onion, cucumber, red pepper.
Oh, I know what happened here. I set the reason the pan was hot is I set it on the burner and the burner was off. I was like, what is this? Burnt coconut. It's fine. Do you know that you can take, if you're a vegan, and soak these coconut chips in like a little salt and liquid smoke and blah blah blah, and then toast it up, and it's like beef jerky. I saw that somewhere. I love toasted coconut. Honestly, I don't even mind the burnt part. It's a flavor I happen to like.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, let's hear it for coconut. What if you didn't like it?
There's some people.
Yeah, it does. Before we started, I grilled up a little chicken. And some pork, just so that we could have a protein with our cute little dinner. And guess what chicken this is, Abby?
What chicken?
This is the chicken marinated in buttermilk and hot sauce.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure it's the best example, but That's what it is. Because remember we had it left over after we fried chicken. I popped it in a freezer bag and popped it in the weasel.
Smart.
And then when I thawed it, it just marinated itself.
Nice. I was just watching something the other day that reminded me of it, and I thought I need to make that chicken.
Yeah, it is foolproof. I haven't started using my seal mail yet, but I love the idea of being able to buy a bunch of chicken, like at your your Costco or whatever.
Yep.
And even marinate it and put it in the bag so that when you thaw it out, it does already, you know what I mean? It gets marinated in its thawing. Because I'm out running around so much, busy with the kids, I don't have time to. Just kidding. I don't have anything.
I was like, what?
I have nothing going on.
What are you talking about?
I straight up
me.
I don't know how people, even now that I'm unemployed, unemployed as it were, I still don't know how people go to work and then come home and feed children or like teach them things.
Do you know? Okay. Fun employed. This is our job, right? Thursday, we have an activity we're doing, not related to work.
Right. So excited.
So excited. And then Saturday, I don't know if you were in the text thread, but our friend Kate's birthday is on Saturday, and so she invited a bunch of people over to visit and hang and all of that. And I was like, oh my gosh.
No, not in that one.
2 activities a week? How am I gonna do this?
Not in that text.
I was like, girl, what? People live full-time jobs and still go out and do stuff, but
now I can't wait to jump Kate's shit.
Yeah, you should. Or you could just
show up.
Ha
ha, Kate.
Ha! She'd love it. She'd be so happy.
It's just that part of the it's a pork blades thing. So you know how it looks like red meat, but it's not. Real simple. Just to give some flavor to our flavor for the proteins. Okay, so we have macaroons in the oven. We have rice and well, I think maybe the oven being too hot is an issue, but we'll just let it wrap.
Not crispy?
Not crispy.
I
mean, it's crisping. Yeah. It's just not crispy.
Give it a few more momentos.
Oh, we're gonna let it go as long as it takes.
Yeah, let's do it.
One thing I'm not gonna do is make that dressing and cut up all those veggies to have a not very crisp rice.
Yeah,
absolutely not. So since our week has changed now, let's talk about what we're gonna do from here.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to confirm for sure, but Sunday, we might have special guests. And we might be streaming at my place.
Are you talking about our good friends at Crying in the Walk-In?
Those are the ones.
Okay.
So I'll confirm with them, but it sounds like
this Sunday
at noon EST. We'll have our friends at Crying in the Walk-In, and we'll do some fun little chit-chatting with them.
Okay.
Before that, though,
you should make pastries of some sort.
Yeah. And I think on my stream on Saturday, I'm going to make Kate something for her birthday.
Okay.
Don't know what.
I'm trying to remember what.
I know, I can't remember what Kate likes, so I might.
Creme brulee. Remember, I made Kate creme brulee for their wedding.
You're so right. I don't have. Have you seen those creme brulee cookies where they make cookies and then they put like a creme brulee essentially on top and then torch it?
I think it's brilliant. I'm all about anything torched. I'm here for it.
I don't have a torch. Do I have a torch?
I have one. But mine's a bit heavy dudes. It's a big dude.
Yeah.
It's a big dude. So Sunday we're gonna be doing a brunch up.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I'm gonna think about that and what kind of fun little things we can have.
Okay. Should we call it? I mean, we're not 100% sure because you still have to confirmate.
Yeah.
But should we call it a potluck brunch with Crying in the Walk-In? Do you think that'd be too much for them?
It might be.
They could just bring mimosas.
I think that, yeah, they can bring themselves and a drink of sorts.
Okay.
And then we'll have a little spread.
We'll have a little spread.
A little spread. And we'll talk to them and chat. And they're also 2 people in the industry that we are also in / we're in. So it'll be fun to talk to them and chat. And also see what it's like. They just had their year anniversary of their podcast.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to talk to them about because they've been through at least some sort of why is this technology not working? Why is this?
And I know that they've had issues too, because I know they had issues with sound early on, and they had to work all that out, which we also have had. And when you think about how many microphones we have bought, and still, yay, so we will have lots of stuff to talk about. You know, I think part of the issue is it's kind of like the Google phenomenon. Like, Google used to be great because you had access to all this information. And now Google's a nightmare because you have access to all this information. And most of it is erroneous. So, like for us, when we're trying to, or for them, when you're trying to get like support information on what to do, what to buy, where to go, how to do it, you're so inundated. There is so too much that you can't like narrow it down. And it's interesting, like on a larger scale, because it feels like, have you ever had it happen to you where you ask someone a question and they're like, why don't you just Google it?
I haven't, but that is insane.
It is insane.
Because if you're asking for a question, it's essentially asking for like, if you're asking for help, you're asking for like, hey, you seem like somebody that has some sort of expertise. I'm coming to you for help.
Right. I've been told just to Google it. The problem with that is that then you have to know enough to be able to separate the good information from the bad information on Google. And how do you know?
Is it raining? That's so loud.
I love that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy, girl.
It's big raining.
Yeah, big rain.
I talked to Isaiah today in Phoenix, and it was they had just gotten out of the 112s.
It's October.
I know.
It's awful.
They're going into their busy season. But anyway, even when we were looking for help, trying to find help on Google. Nope.
Yeah, or I mean, I found help for the thing that I needed when I had a laptop issue this week. And all of a sudden it just wouldn't let me log into my laptop, which was crazy. And I looked up information, tried a bunch of things, and finally I had to be like, I gotta call my friend because it was not having any luck. And then he came over and went beep beep boop 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 boop, and in less than probably 10 minutes it was fixed.
It really hurts me because I'm not technologically savvy with anything. Like if it has a power button, I probably am not gonna be the one to ask. And now everything has
everything
and an app that goes with it.
Yeah, oh, it's true.
Everything.
I have an app for my lights in my home. I have 2 different apps for
I bought some piece of produce recently that had a little what's that thing called? The square.
What did it take you to?
I didn't do it. I was like, come on.
Maybe it was a fantastic recipe.
I don't think so. Oh. I don't need, or like an app to use, you know what I mean? Like to get the most out of this bunch of onions, download our app.
Yeah. Okay. A useful thing. There is somebody who used to work for Bon Appetit. You know Molly Baz?
Maybe.
So she has a cookbook. In her cookbook, she has QR codes that you can scan that show you how to do skills needed for the recipe. So
that's brilliant.
She has a whole chicken recipe. You scan a QR code, it tells you how to break down that chicken. She has a recipe on how to, or that has something and it shows you how to cook or how to cut your vegetables a certain way. Okay.
Please look how cute they are. I think we have to take them out because they're getting so toasty on the bottom. But maybe they're set up, so let's let them sit for a minute.
Yeah.
We'll check the rice because we still have more batter. So if we need to turn it down. Oh, come on, mother.
Oh, is it crispy?
Hey, we're so close. We're just gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then we're there. It's getting very crispy.
Incredible.
I really hope these macaroons turn out because one thing I would love to do is just lay on the couch and eat cookies. They are macaroons, Lisa. Not macarons. macaroons. Both are gluten-free. These are coconut macaroons, which happens to be one of my favorite cookies. My true favorite cookie I'm gonna have a really hard time with, because it's a Mexican wedding cake or Russian tea cake, depending on.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is.
I don't either.
Whether you're at a Mexican wedding or a Russian high tea
party, yeah.
expect these little balls of gluten.
Yep.
They're so good.
Yeah.
No making that gluten-free. I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay, because to me, a Russian tea ball is one that is just so barely held together that when you pop it in your mouth, it instantly goes and disintegrates.
Yeah.
Crumbles.
Same with the wedding cake.
Yeah. So I feel like you might be able to get that with a little
possibly
free.
Yeah.
We'll look into it.
It's possible.
Lisa asked how many you're gonna eat.
Well, as many as I can, obviously.
We still have some more batter in the fridge. Yeah, I think they're the same thing too.
What?
Nikki, the Mexican wedding cake or wedding cookies and the Russian tea cakes, Russian tea balls.
We're so close to crispy rice, and then we're gonna knock the oven down, and we'll try a little bit more of our macaroons. My guess is that what has happened here is I put too much egg white in that. I had you whip too much white.
Oh, because we just kind of eyeballed it.
Yeah.
You know, just remembering the coffee cake.
I'm not sure. Wow.
R.I.P. coffee cake.
You confide in someone whom you have a lot of love and respect for, only to find out who they really are.
She's gonna just throw you straight under the bus.
Yeah, she's forgetting.
She said, "Remember when you ate that entire coffee cake?"
It was just the other day.
Remember 2 days ago when you ate that entire coffee cake?
First of all, here I can't have anything secret or sacred because I tell everyone. I'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed of this thing I did." Beep 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 beep. You're not gonna believe it.
Yeah. You were texting me like, "I cannot stop eating this cake." So obviously you told everyone.
I didn't stop eating it until it was gone.
Oh, Lisa said you said it on here. You're telling so many people you can't remember.
Well, let me tell you something about that coffee cake. Delicious.
Nice.
It was so good. Would I make a from scratch coffee cake? Not on your life. Not even gonna try.
So here's the thing. I have attempted to make it, and I feel like every single time it's not good.
No, I'm talking about a gluten-free one specifically. I will tell you, kids, again, you know I'm not a baker. I don't love it. The Bisquick coffee cake recipe, it's good. Yeah. You just have to double the amount of the cinnamon spruce. That's all. The beauty of this coffee cake, and I will say, as I ate more and more of it, I could taste almost a regret. No, I'm just kidding. There was like a chemical taste of some kind, and I'm sure it's because God only knows what was in that cinnamon spruce, but it was delicious. Yeah. It was so good.
I'm gonna admit that I'm having a really hard time since our newfound ability to have fresh cheese.
Yeah.
That I'm like a little rat, and I just go to the fridge at like midnight, and I just go
scoop
just a couple little bites, just a couple little bites of a fresh cheese.
What I almost made today with our fresh cheese, because you remember with the 2 batches of mozzarella that didn't come together, did produce cheese, just not mozzarella cheese. Yeah. It made that fresh cheese. Yeah. Still in there. I thought there was a recipe that I found. We're just going to ignore Lisa. There was a recipe that I found for a coconut cheese cake, no crust.
Ooh, okay.
No crust at all. Just the cheese and coconut and something to hold it together.
Yeah.
And it looked beautiful. It really did look beautiful. And then I thought, would I be so devastated if the cheese got wet?
Lisa said, "I will not be ignored." Sorry, Lisa. Oh. I hope she's crispy because I want to eat it. It's crispy rice. We're making a delicious salad.
I'd say we're crispy enough. All right. Jen said it's crispy enough.
Crispy rice has rice, chili crisp, and
veggies.
That yeah, but what's in the rice again?
Oh, chili crisp and rice. That's it. Oh, cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
The cornstarch was in theory to make it más crispy. But now I'm wondering if I should have put more because it took some time.
It did take time.
It did. How cool do we want this to get before we add it to the salad?
I don't think it needs to be super cool.
I don't think so.
We'll do it.
And do we want to just mix up the whole batch, or do we want to make a smaller batch so we
Maybe
don't
we make a smaller
it?
batch so you don't wet it all.
So we don't wet it all. Okay. Let's try some in here. Let's try a little in here. And we're gonna take a big scoop of our crispy rice. First, let's get a toss of those vegetables. So again, this is our cucumber, red onion, red bell pepper, cilantro, scallion, mint.
Yum.
And then we're going to put a big old, oh yeah, roll that beautiful footage. Crispy rice, crispy toasted coconut.
Yum, 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 yum.
We'll get a good amount of that in there. It's coconut week. We're going cocoa nutty.
Cocoa nuts.
Chili crisp peanuts. If you want to use regular peanuts,
yeah.
Use regular peanuts. We don't care. We just happen to have these ones, so let's add those. I could chop them up a little bit, but for what?
I'm good with the whole
peanut. Chop them up for what? Okay.
And this delicious dressing.
Dressing is absolutely. And it stayed. I was thinking there wasn't enough to bind it, but there was. Cannot wait.
Wow.
Get your little lettuce leaf over here, Toots.
Little lettuce leaf.
I can't wait. My mouth is watering. I cannot wait. The dressing, the crispy rice. I hope that crispy rice comes through. We can always add some more. Truthfully, we could always. This looks gorgeous.
So excited.
Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Look how light and healthy. Okay. You got to see this.
Yeah.
Ooh, all mixed together. The crispy rice, the veggies, the dressing, and then so you can give it a little bit more dressing. This is exciting.
This looks so good.
It looks so good. I can't hardly put myself together. We got to remember to take a pic this time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to let you get a picture of that. I'm going to move this plastic bag.
What?
And then, yeah, let's get some in on.
All right, guys. We're getting photos.
We can also do it after, but
yeah.
Wow. So good. I can't wait to try. Are you ready?
Incredible. Yes. Okay.
So we take a lettuce leaf.
Take a little lettuce leaf.
Or two. Put them together. I don't know.
Yeah.
A scoop of our crispy rice salad. This is easier said than done. Use your fingers, Abby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Don't forget a protein. Do you want a little chicken or a little...
Ooh, I want a little chicken.
Chicken with yours? Mm-hmm. Here you go. Oh, I should have maybe tried it without, but... Here goes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I don't know what we keep complaining about when the food keeps going this well.
Mm-hmm.
This is so fucking good.
This is so good.
We need to just stick to making food, Abby. Honestly. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wait till Big Crispy finds out about this.
This is crazy.
Tell me what you're tasting, Abby. It's so crispy. Can you hear that?
Theirs is so crispy.
Wow.
The mint.
I think
the dressing.
The dressing's top tier. Garlic, ginger, more chili crisp.
We don't have any. There's no sesame in the salad, right?
No. Mm-mm.
It's
that toasty. Though. There might be some sesame oil in the chili crisp. That is possible. I'm gonna try one with no chicken at all. I just want to get the nicely dressed. I can't believe how crispy that rice is for because it did not want to go.
I could just eat this fork.
Yeah,
like as a salad. Like as a salad.
Well, technically. Look at that. Can you see that? Wish you could taste this dressing. Well, you can taste it. We'll post the recipe. Holy moly. Make this. And we didn't have to pull out a single pan. That is so crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to eat this for the rest of my life. You know what it reminds me of? Somehow it gives like fresh roll vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But like this would be so good with grilled shrimp. This is so good.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I could eat that every day. Wow, wow, wow. I feel like a straight G that we made that.
Mm-hmm.
That's so damn good.
That's phenomenal.
I know I can't think of anything else to say.
Mm.
No notes. Could be spicier, but then at the end,
It does have a nice little.
it has some heat. There's so much crunchy going on in there. The crunch, the rice crunch is almost like it's an aggressive crunch,
I would
right?
say if your teeth maybe can't handle super crunchy things, it might be a problem. But
Toast the rice a little less.
but it's so good. Mm.
Yeah. And maybe it's possible that with jasmine rice it's a different texture, but
Totally.
that could have been why it took so long too, because we used cow roast. Who knows, but it was worth it and it was delicious. So you have the crispy rice that does this like big crunch, and then the toasted coconut, which does a little sweet and really kind of balances the whole thing out. And then the peanuts, it's like you it gives you like peanut sauce vibes in your mouth, but you're not eating peanut sauce.
And then with all of the the mint and the cilantro and the veggies, the fresh onion and the cucumber, it just is like an explosion of fresh flavor.
That's what I mean. It's got that
like
fresh
and
vibe.
flavor.
I think that with I love it with the chicken, don't get me wrong, and that's so easy. And with just a rotisserie chicken, you could shred it up and just add it to the salad and just eat it as a salad.
That would be
delicious, phenomenal. I can also tell you that if we would have mixed this whole thing together, that rice would have probably held up and still had some crunch even a day or two. So if you took this for lunch for work, it'd be easy. We decided to do it. Well, I decided, you didn't. This was all me. But I decided to do it as lettuce wraps just because we're in the kitchen kind of trying things out.
Wow.
10 out of 10. I love it.
I'm gonna make this at home.
I will be making this over and over and over again. This is absolutely delicious. Every time I have leftover rice, all I think of to do is make fried rice. Don't get me wrong. I love fried rice.
Yeah.
But we did this. I mean, I made it messy because that's just my prerogative to make it messy.
And the dressing, okay, dressing came together so quick, so easy. But if you had a favorite dressing,
we could use that.
You could use that, right? Like this one is bomb though. Yeah. So you should probably try it. But
yeah, it's got a lot of flavor. And the fish sauce would have been great in there.
I also was thinking, except for the amount, because it was a quarter cup, right? That's a fair amount. I was thinking it could be really good with that black vinegar that we used.
Absolutely.
It would be so good. Depending on how expensive that is, I'm not sure.
No, that's really cheap.
Oh, okay,
that's very cheap. The black garlic. Under $5 for that big jar.
Oh, gorgeous.
Under $5.
Because that would be phenomenal in this too.
That flavor is unsurpassed. Yeah. It's so good. It's a really slipped on vinegar.
Maybe I'll have to go get that.
This was a big win for
big win. Love this. And I would say healthy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So healthy.
Yeah. All we used was a quarter cup of avocado oil and then whatever oil is in the what do you call it?
Chili crisp.
Chili crisp.
Yeah.
Thank you. My mind is on eating more.
And
anyway, we gotta wrap it up. Thanks so much for
this. Also, this could be a beautiful side dish just as a salad or as a main course with the protein on it and do a whole thing.
And keep in mind, you could switch up the veggies. If you don't want red bell pepper and you don't want red onion, don't use it. We could have straight up done this with cucumber and herbs. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have other veggies, you want to do some water chestnut. Ooh. Baby corn. Yeah. Cabbage. Great. Would have done great as a little slot in there.
You could also do this like obviously we've seen these salads on the interweb and so there's a million different variations, but what if you did a Middle Eastern kind of like or Greek?
Oh yeah.
But like
Mediterranean vibes.
Yeah. That would be delicious.
Okay, well, it's a good thing that that we limited us to grease the cookies.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because we did get toasty on the bottom, but not burned, just toasted, and also so much sesame flavor. Now the we'll see. We can always make more, but let's see how they turned out.
Wow.
Fuck off. Is it really that good?
What's happening?
It's like a whole new thing. Okay. The toasted sesame oil took this to the like another toasted galaxy. Toasted coconut, yes, but then the little bit of toasted sesame makes this thing feel. Oh my god, that is the okay. Lower the temperature in the oven. Then we can get a little more bake on the inside.
Yep.
Even without that, though, one of the best macaroons I've ever had. Easily. So much texture.
Wow. Toasting the coconut before was a very good move.
Definitely. And the toasted coconut really does. Okay. Think about things that we could add to this to give it a little bit more, ube. A little ube in here would be great. The sesame, I love.
It's delicious.
I love the sesame. I think this is going to be one of my new favorite cookies, and it's gluten-free.
Boom. Look at that.
And surprisingly low. I mean, it's just egg white and a little bit of sugar. You could easily use stevia, honey, maple syrup. I'm personally not a fan, but wow, we gotta make more of those.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
wow.
Eat down.
Whoa.
Incredible. Well, Abby, we're fucking terrible at tech,
but
nobody would argue that.
The food,
phenomenal.
We got it.
We're good at that part.
Yeah.
The food is great.
And eating it. So
damn. Are you less crabby now?
Yeah.
Have another lettuce wrap, please. Or just eat it like a salad, Abby. That bowl's for you.
Oh, thank you. Maybe I did just need to eat.
Maybe.
It's possible.
I saw that on TikTok. Were you cranky because you didn't finish your food?
Yeah.
I should have asked you those questions.
Probably not.
Did you have a nap today? Oh, and all it worked out. I don't know if we closed the loop on this, but we won't be doing any more live streaming this week until Sunday. But we will be online.
Yes. I will stream on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will be posting a video of some sort on Friday, either to YouTube, or TikTok, or both. Doing something.
Yeah.
Coconutty.
Wow.
I'm stunned.
This is insane.
Of all the things that we've made, what's your favorite?
Oh, wow.
I loved that corn dog.
The corn dog was really good.
I love the corn dog. But I gotta tell you, this one is delicious.
This might be it.
This might be my favorite. That soup was good too, but I've made lots of good soup.
Yeah.
Cornbread. I've made tons of good cornbread.
The soup was good. I mean, the soup was great.
Soup was good. But this, and
this is phenomenal. I think flavor-wise, this is it. The fried chicken and biscuits.
The biscuits. Oh my god, I forgot about
was the most like satisfying of. I didn't expect it to turn out.
Yeah.
This I kind of knew was going to be good, but
I thought it would be a little underwhelming, especially once I started going over the recipe and I was like, God, am I playing this too close? Like, is this too simple because we're not having to use the stove or whatever? A bowl, a cutting board, and a cookie sheet. That's all you need. Wow. And this one is delicious.
So good.
Lisa, this would be one you could easily make for your family. I think they would really like it. Leave the fish sauce out.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
Stunner. I will be making this for a long
I think
time.
if you had a dinner party or you were going to a friend's house or something, this would like
dazzle people.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And let's be honest, you could do the rice in other ways. You could fry the rice and have it be that kind of crispy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you wanted, especially if you wanted to do, like you were saying, kind of an Indian feel, you could do the same veggies exactly. Make a dressing with a little honey, some curry powder, some warm spices.
Yeah.
Otherwise the same, right?
Yep.
And do toasted rice. Or like those little crispy noodles in here would be really good. You could really make
like a saffron rice for some Middle Eastern food. That would be really delicious.
You could make this recipe your own. Okay, what if we did a toasted yellow rice and then made a dressing that was like chimichurri or like a churrasco style?
That sounds delicious. Yeah. And some steak on top.
You know what I'm talking about.
That sounds so good.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
What would you do if it was Greek? Fried chickpeas. Still the fried rice.
Ooh, fried chickpeas.
Right? Yeah, but then crispy chickpeas. Cucumber, tomato, Kalamata for sure.
Some feta.
What if you made the dressing a feta? dressing.
Ooh, yeah.
Like instead of ranch, right? The creamy element coming
Yeah.
from feta cheese, cucumber, garlic, a little yogurt. Make the sauce be like a tzatziki.
Yeah. That sounds delicious.
I'm going to be back to my birth weight in no time. This
Yeah,
is a healthy
honestly.
recipe.
Can't wait.
I feel skinnier already.
Yep.
But
we're gonna go eat the rest of these
yeah, I was
macaroons
just about to say,
balance it out.
I'm ready to start eating. Anybody else?
Okay, well, guys, go make it. I'll see you on Saturday.
We'll get a recipe up tomorrow. If you would like the recipe sent to you, send us an email at strangeoats@gmail.com.
Yep.
Otherwise, we will be posting it eventually on the Discord, which who knows who gets to that, but someday. Until then, if you do want the recipes, send us an email. We'll get them right to you. We'll post what we're going to make next week when we find out exactly what's going on. But we are restructuring a little bit this week, so expect some new stuff. And we keep trying, man. Thanks.
We're going to keep on keeping on.
We're going to keep on keeping on.
Thanks for being here. We love you a lot.
Yeah. Especially you, Lisa and Nikki.
Yeah. Smell you later.
Love.
Love.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't wait to eat another cookie.
Yeah, I know. There's